UPSC Current Affairs June 9, 2025, Daily News Analysis. 1. Judicial sensitivity to sentiments is a sign of regression about the issue. In recent judgments, courts have increasingly prioritized sentiments, decorum, and national pride over protecting constitutional rights like free speech and dissent. This shift indicates a troubling trend of democratic backsliding. Key constitutional functions. Article 19, 1a guarantees freedom of speech and expression. Article 19, 2 permits reasonable restrictions only on specific grounds like public order, decency, and national security. Judiciary's role, to protect rights, not validate offense taken by segments of society. Recent judicial trends. Allahabad HC, 2025 upheld FIR for remarks allegedly tarnishing PM Modi's image. Karnataka HC, demanded apologies for remarks affecting linguistic pride. Misuse of sedition, applied for satire and sarcasm under EverythingIAS Sanhita. Process as punishment. FIRs and summons used to silence criticism. Consequences. Chilling effect, fear-driven self-censorship by citizens. Erosion of democracy, dissent, satire, and criticism are essential for vibrant democracies. Normalization of offense culture, legal processes used to suppress inconvenient voices. Global perspective. U.S. Supreme Court uses the clear and present danger test to protect speech. EU Court of Human Rights recognizes satire as a protected form of political expression. 2. Consultative regulation-making that should go further about the issue. Consultative regulation-making, though initiated by institutions like RBI and SEBI, remains inconsistently applied across regulators. Democratizing the rulemaking process is crucial for transparency, efficiency, and stakeholder trust. Key points. FSLRC, 2013 recommended standard frameworks for public participation. RBI, 2024 released a framework mandating publication of draft regulations and public feedback. SEBI incorporates cost-benefit analysis and stakeholder input before finalizing norms. Global best practices. OECD guidelines call for regulatory impact assessments, RIA, and inclusive consultations. U.S. Administrative Procedure Act mandates publication, feedback, and justification for agency rules. Challenges in India. Lack of uniform guidelines across sectors like telecom, environment, or education. Feedback often ignored or unpublished, leading to tokenism. Limited civil society and SME participation due to digital divide. Government initiatives. Pre-legislative consultation policy, 2014. Digital India Act, 2023 draft invited wide consultations on cyber safety, online content, and data governance. 3. Meeting interlocutors about the issue. Following Operation Sindoor, 2025, India deployed diplomatic interlocutors globally to counter Pakistan's propaganda and to emphasize its pluralistic democracy and responsible security policy. Key objectives. Present India's narrative post-terror strikes. Engage multiple stakeholders, UN, think tanks, media, to counter misinformation. Highlight India's restraint and commitment to international norms. Global and institutional platforms. UN counterterrorism strategy. FATF engagement, India supports scrutiny of terror financing. Global South forums, India emphasizes unity against state-sponsored terror. India's messaging strategy. Showcase pluralism, federalism, and secular values. Engage diaspora and civil society in global capitals. Promote India's soft power via culture, yoga, and digital diplomacy. 4. Defense production in India receives a fillip about the issue. Post-Operation Sindoor, India has witnessed a significant boost in domestic defense production. FY24 saw record-breaking manufacturing and exports, aligning with India's Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. Key data. Defense production FY24, 1.3 Indian rupees lakh crore, 17% YOY growth. Defense exports, 21,000 Indian rupees crore. MSME share, nearly tripled since FY17, Chart 5. Government schemes and reforms. Defense Acquisition Procedure, DAP, 2020. IDEX, Innovations for Defense Excellence. Defense Corridors, in Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. Positive indigenization lists, ban on imports of 525 defense items. Srijan Portal, allows vendors to participate in indigenization. Global Partnerships. India-France Defense Cooperation, 2024. India-US DTTI, Defense Technology and Trade Initiative. Make in India tie-ups with Airbus, Boeing, Safran, etc. Challenges. Technology gaps and dependence on foreign original equipment manufacturers, OEMs. Delayed procurement cycles. Need for strong R&D ecosystem, currently less than 1.5% of GDP spent on defense R&D. 5. Women-led development redefined. About the issue. India has shifted from women's development to women-led development, recognizing women not just as beneficiaries, but as active agents of change. This aligns with the government's vision of inclusive growth, sustainability, and grassroots empowerment. Why women-led development matters. Gender equality and SDG 5 alignment. Economic imperative. Women form 50% of the population but contribute just 18% to GDP. Inclusive rural development, through schemes like DNRLM. Political empowerment, through 73rd and 74th Amendments, and the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. Constitutional provisions. Social empowerment, Articles 14, 15, 15, 3, 51A, E. Economic rights, Articles 16, 39, A, 39, D, 42. Political participation, Articles 243D and 243T. Government initiatives. Social empowerment. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, 2015. One-stop centers, Ujjwala scheme, Swadhar Gray. Maternity benefits, triple talaq abolition, PM Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan. Economic empowerment. Mudra Yojana. Stand Up India. Mahila-e-Hot. 6. India-Europe cooperation about the issue. India's strategic and economic partnership with the European Union, EU, and its members like Belgium has become pivotal amid supply chain disruptions, climate goals, and global realignments. Key milestones. 1962, India-EEC ties. 2004, Strategic Partnership. 2022, India-EU Trade and Technology Council, TTC, launched. 2021, Connectivity Partnership signed. Economic ties. Trade value, 2023 to 24 $137 billion, EU is India's largest trade partner. 6,000 plus European firms operate in India. India's top exports, IT services, pharma, textiles. FDI, tech, aerospace, semiconductors, e.g., Airbus C-295 in Gujarat. Green and digital collaboration. India-EU Clean Energy and Climate Partnership, 2016. AI, cybersecurity, space technology, and digital innovation under TTC. Ongoing talks on EU's CBAM, Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. Strategic and security cooperation. Maritime security in Indo-Pacific. Dialogues on counterterrorism, cyber threats. Push for multilateral reforms at WTO, UN. India-Belgium relations. Diplomatic ties since 1947. Trade, 8.8 billion euros, India's fifth largest export partner. IMEC, Belgium, to support India's semiconductor roadmap. Cultural ties, Gandhi and Tagore statues, education MOUs. 7. Estimates of poverty in India about the issue. Despite economic growth, poverty persists in varied forms across India. Various expert groups have been constituted to measure poverty with evolving definitions and methods. Types of poverty. Absolute poverty, lack of basic needs, nutrition, shelter. Relative poverty, income inequality versus societal standards. Measurement approaches. Monetary, consumption/expenditure-based. Capability, Amartya Sen's framework. Social exclusion, caste, gender, disability-linked deprivations. Niti Aayog's MPI, Multidimensional Poverty Index. Based on nutrition, education, living standards. Indicators, sanitation, schooling, fuel, assets, housing. 25 crore Indians moved out of poverty, as per 2023 estimates. Way forward. Update base years and survey tools. Integrate real-time digital data from UPI, GSTN. Promote inclusive policies for marginalized communities. 8. India-Turkey relations about the issue. India-Turkey ties are a mix of opportunity and caution. Though trade and cultural links are strong, strategic and geopolitical tensions, particularly Turkey's pro-Pakistan stance, continue to challenge bilateral relations. Economic and trade cooperation. 1973, Bilateral Trade Agreement. 1996, Joint Business Council. Key sectors, pharmaceuticals, engineering goods, steel, aviation. Trade surplus, FY25 $2.73 billion, India's exports dominate. Indian exports, engineering goods, 50%, MSME electronics, chemicals. Imports, fruits, gold, marble. Cultural and people-to-people ties. Indian tourists, 3 lakh in 2024, declining trend. Yoga, films, cultural events gain traction in Turkey. Supported via Pravasai Bharatiya Divas, International Day of Yoga.